In the last video, I discussed the importance of gut health, what destroys our gut health, and what are ways that we can improve our gut health. In this video, I want to dive a little bit deeper into the probiotic supplements so that you know exactly which kind of probiotics that you need to buy. Now, when you look at the supplements of probiotics, you'll see that there are different kind of what's called bacteria strains, okay? Because there are billions of different bacteria strains, yeah? But each different bacteria strains has certain benefits to it. So you have certain bacteria strains that are beneficial for our immune system, some for our digestive system, some specifically for our colon, okay, for vaginal health, for constipation, diarrhea, mood, anxiety. So that's why it's important to see whenever you buy the supplement that it is going to be exactly what you are looking for. Okay, so under this video, I listed the different kind of bacteria strains. Now you have what's called species, okay? That's what they are, they're species, okay? The species, you could think of it like the family, okay? So my family's Taji al-Farouki and then your family, yeah? And then my brother, my cousin, my relatives will be the different bacteria strains, okay? So you have two different most common, well-known bacteria species that are called Bifidobacterium and Lactobacillus. I don't even know how to say it, I just read them, yeah? Lactobacillus, okay? So these are the most famous ones that are the most researched for many years. So you'll find them mostly in all of the different kind of probiotic supplements, and then you'll have the different strains of them, okay? So underneath this video, I've shared with you all of the most common ones that you'll find in the probiotics and what they are beneficial for, okay? Exactly what are they for the immune system, for the digestive system, so that you can understand whenever you go buy them, you look at the back of the probiotic supplement and you check what kind of strains that they have to make sure that you're buying the right one for you. Now, most of the time you'll find supplements that are written in the front exactly what are they for, but I know people are in different parts of the world and they don't have all the supplements available to them. I like Garden of Life because I feel like you find it almost anywhere, and they have all the different kinds and they have it written in the front: immune system, vaginal health, mood and anxiety, you know, digestive system, colon health, prenatal, for children. So then it takes away from you having to think exactly what you need to get, and you'll just see the front, you know. But if you don't have Garden of Life or any other, you know, supplement companies that provide the titles in the front, that's why I've written it down for you so that you can buy that specific bacteria strain. Now, it's usually good when you buy these supplements that you kind of don't buy one specific strain and you kind of have different variety of strains so that they build what's called like a colony in your digestive system, okay, your digestive tract. You don't want to have one bacteria. The more healthy bacteria, it's not it's not about having every single bacteria. It's about having at least a colony of them, because the more they create a colony in your digestive tract, the less room will be available for the bad bacteria to grow and reproduce, okay? Just to keep it very simple. Now, when choosing the probiotics, you don't want to start off with 100 billion. SFUs is what's called, 100 billion of the different strains. You want to start off with at least 10 billion. I don't even think that they have less than that. It usually starts off with 10 billion or maybe 1 billion, okay? Because you don't want to all of a sudden take all of these bacteria in your body. Some people could be a little bit sensitive to it and, you know, get gassing and bloating and stuff like that. So always, like I mentioned in the last video, the most important thing first is to remove all of the foods that are going to be damaging your gut health before even taking supplements. So you got to be on a really healthy diet for at least 2 weeks. All the sugars, the sodas, the chips, all the junk food, the fast food, remove it from your diet first. Okay, so that your body's ready to take it all in, because then there's no point. You're defeating the whole purpose if you're going to be eating food that's going to be, you know, increasing the bad bacteria. So you want to make sure that you remove those first, yeah? Okay. Then when you take it, you start off with 1 billion or 10 billion. Okay, so that your body can get used to the bacteria that are coming inside, and then slowly, when your supplement is done, when your bottle is done, you can move on onto a higher dosage, okay? And you can start mixing it up. But if you're dealing with a specific situation that you want to focus on, you can do that for a couple of months before you can change before you change the exact kind of supplement strains, okay? Now, you could take it for a year, and then come off of it and then see how you feel, and then, you know, go for it again. People, they take probiotics all the time. I recommend you take it for a year consistently, because when you take it consistently is when you're really reaping the benefits out of it. You can't just take it for a month and say, okay, I have my bacteria. It takes at least a month for it to really start working on your body. So that's why it's good to at least take it for a year. Then you can stop taking it. And then when you feel like you need it back in your life, depending on how you're feeling, your health, or what you've been eating, or whatever that you're going through, you can incorporate it again. And like I mentioned in the last video, you need to incorporate it with prebiotic foods, probiotic and prebiotic foods, okay? And I listed everything below of the foods that are the highest in the probiotic and prebiotic, so you know exactly what to eat. Because the prebiotic, it works with the probiotic. You can't just have the supplement. They both work together in order for it to actually work in your body, okay? So keep that in mind. Don't forget, okay? This is the most important thing, because it's like the water to the seed in order for the plant to grow. You know what I mean? Let me see. Okay, now what else did I want to mention? When to take it, okay? So you have some supplements that have like a coat over it. So when you take it, the acid in your body doesn't destroy the probiotics, the bacteria, before it gets into your intestines. Some, they don't. So that's why it's like, it's probably best to read the directions in the back and see what they tell you, because I don't know which one you're going to be taking. You know, some do, some don't. So that's why you can take it 20, 30 minutes before your meal, or you can take it with your meal, or you can take it 15, 20 minutes after your meal, you know? So it all depends on which one you're taking, okay? So just look at the back and see what it tells you. Overall, it's not a big deal. You could still take it majority of the time. Nowadays, the probiotics do have that coat on it, so you could take it at any time. So it's not to be too worried about it. You could take it in the morning with your breakfast, before your breakfast. But if you are feeling like you're getting a lot of bloating, a lot of gassing, then I would take it at night before you go to bed, so that you don't have to deal with it when you're during the day and feel like, you know what, my stomach is bloated. And if you feel bloated and gassy, usually it's just because your body's actually working. You know what I mean? Those bacteria are now being created in your body, and that's why you're starting to feel these side effects. So don't worry about it, unless you're having like a really negative side effect, which is rarely ever happens. You know what I mean? So there's really nothing to worry about when you take these supplements. I mean, everyone recommends it. Doctors recommend it. You could still ask your doctor just to be sure, but most of the time they're safe. So that's why I recommended it in the food plan. Majority of the time people don't really have to see a doctor in order to take these supplements, okay? Let me make sure if there's anything else that I wanted to mention. I don't think so. I just want to make sure. And if I forgot anything to mention in this video, no problem, because I'm going to be doing more videos where I'm diving a little bit deeper into the topics, because I know some videos can go for 40 minutes and then people can forget what I mentioned. So that's why I'm going to keep them very short and simple, and with the information at the bottom for you not to forget. And if you have any questions, just shoot me a message and I'll see you in the next video.